This is The Scoop for Monday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. A student newspaper at the University of Florida reports the school is investigating its basketball coach for allegations of sexual harassment, sexual exploitation, stalking, and cyberstalking multiple women, including students. The claims against Todd Golden include unwanted sexual advances on Instagram, requesting sexual favors, and sending photos and videos of his genitalia. The Independent Florida Alligator based its report on a Title IX complaint filed against Golden in September. Golden led Florida's on-campus practice on Saturday. He acknowledged the ongoing school inquiry and says he's considering defamation claims, presumably against his accusers. Golden says he has engaged an attorney to advise him. A ballot measure to enshrine the right to hunt and fish in the Florida Constitution overwhelmingly passed last week. It won in 61 out of 67 counties. WMNF's Chris Young reports at least one environmental group is concerned.
Environmental advocacy group Friends of the Everglades are critical of Amendment 2. Gil Smart is the policy director.
This wasn't something, citizen-led initiative. This was placed on the ballot by the legislature. We're just sort of really dubious as to, the rationale for this in the first place and how this is ultimately going to be used.
Smart says the group's biggest concern is gill nets being used. The entanglements are a wall of netting used to catch fish in the water and are prohibited in the state's constitution. A backer of the amendment, the Congressional Sportsman Foundation, says the claims are unfounded. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says gill nets are a major source of mortality for sea turtles and endangers other marine life. Chris Young, WMNF News.
A proposed constitutional amendment on abortion rights did not pass in Florida last week. Soon after, a federal judge denied a request for a preliminary injunction against state officials over threats to television stations that aired an ad supporting the ballot measure. On Wednesday, the judge issued an 8-page decision that rejected an injunction that was sought by Floridians Protecting Freedom. That's a political committee that sponsored the amendment. Governor Ron DeSantis and a Florida delegation will begin a 5-day trade mission to Italy today. DeSantis' office said the delegation of 85 people will visit Rome, Florence, Milan, and 2 other cities. Their government and university leaders, including New College of Florida President Richard Corcoran and University of South Florida President Ray Law. Pinellas County will pursue a $79 million grant through the Federal Highway Administration to replace the Dunedin Causeway main bridge. Tampa Bay newspapers reports that county commissioners voted unanimously last week to authorize staff to seek the grant to replace the main bridge with a 2-lane mid-level movable bridge. County reports say that the main bridge is structurally deficient. More than 72,000 Florida policyholders in the National Flood Insurance Program have filed claims because of damage from Hurricanes Debby, Helene, and Milton. The Federal Emergency Management Agency said Friday that policyholders had received about $894 million from the program. Homeowners have to buy coverage from the federal program because flood damage is not covered in typical property insurance policies. Hurricane Debby made landfall in August. It was followed in September by Hurricane Helene and in October by Hurricane Milton. It will be mostly cloudy today with highs in the mid-80s. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows in the low 70s. And tomorrow, mostly sunny and hot with highs in the high 80s. There will be a slight cool down by midweek. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.